Yo, what is up, fight fans? In today's video, we've got a ton of wild stuff to break down. We're kicking things off with the leaked DMs from Conor McGregor, along with a viral beach photo featuring a mystery woman. After that, we're moving on to Movsar Evloev, who is now officially out of his big fight with Aaron Pico, and fans aren't just disappointed, they're straight up frustrated. Next up, we've got Tom Aspinall, who recently took on a full British Army fitness test. And let's just say it wasn't exactly easy. And of course, you can't wrap up a video without Merab. Honestly, you just can't. But before we dive into everything, real quick, guys, we are so close to hitting 90,000 subs. I just want to say thank you for all the love and support. Seriously, I appreciate every single one of you. I love you guys. Now, let's jump into it. Over the past few days, Conor McGregor's DMs have just leaked, and the Notorious has been caught in. Two separate scandals are now making headlines, both tied to women, social media, and a whole lot of unanswered questions. First up, let's break down the Alia Banks leak. The rapper shocked her followers when she revealed a private DM from Conor McGregor, claiming he sent her a fully nude photo with nothing but a mini dumbbell covering his private parts. To make things worse, he allegedly followed up with a threatening message. Don't be a rat because all rats get caught. Naturally, Banks didn't take that lightly. She went public and dragged McGregor on Twitter, firing back with, "How you gonna send crooked pics and then threaten me not to tell? Do you know who I am? This is harem." She didn't stop there either, clowning his appearance, saying he needed sunscreen, calling him a potato farmer, and even roasting his political ambitions. But just when fans thought the drama couldn't possibly get any messier, Banks followed up with another tweet writing, "No, me and Conor McGregor has been sending." But while that online drama was unfolding, another real-world scandal suddenly hit the news. McGregor was spotted on a Florida beach just days before his 37th birthday, alongside a woman who was definitely not his longtime fiancée, Dee Devlin. The images spread like wildfire, and the MMA world quickly turned on McGregor, with fans asking tough questions. Who is this woman? Where is Dee? What made it even worse was the timing. For the first time in years, Conor and Dee weren't seen celebrating his birthday together. Normally, she shares something sweet, posts a tribute, and they upload couple photos. But this time, things were very different. As the beach pictures went viral, all eyes shifted to Dee's reaction, and she chose to respond in her own way. Dee posted a fan-made image of her and Conor on Instagram with the caption, "Happy birthday to the person who always keeps Dee smiling." The UFC Abu Dhabi card has just taken its first major hit. Movsar Evloev is officially out of his highly anticipated fight with Aaron Pico. Reports say Evloev suffered either an injury or a health issue during his camp in Thailand and was forced to withdraw. Fans aren't just disappointed, they're angry. Many believed Evloev was next in line for a title shot. Even when Dana White announced the Pico matchup, he hinted that if Movsar had won, he would have been the next contender. The timing was perfect, the opportunity was real, but now it's gone. Sure, nobody is safe from injuries, but this was supposed to be Evloev's moment. The UFC had given him a golden ticket, and now it feels like it's slipped away for good. That said, according to available information, the UFC is considering rescheduling Evloev versus Pico for UFC 319, which is set to take place on August 17th in Chicago. So let's wait and see. I'll keep you updated either way. Meanwhile, UFC heavyweight champ Tom Aspinall just stepped way outside of his comfort zone, and fans are loving it. In a brand new video on his YouTube channel, Tom took on the British Army fitness test alongside military coach Farron Morgan. Yes, I'm Farron Morgan. I'm a military preparation coach. I'm here with Tom today to put him through some military testing. I'm really excited to see if a heavyweight champion of the world can handle some of the Army's hardest challenges. I can't close them there, and I can't really move my legs. Look, mate, I would have lost my job already. It's like I'm ready for a night out. That's not fun. He's counting. This wasn't just your average gym workout. We're talking carrying drills, sandbag lifts, and full-on endurance training, the kind of intense stuff real soldiers push through. And to be honest, Tom looked a bit out of place, sometimes even completely gassed out. But that's exactly why fans are showing him respect. After Lewis's stunning first-round KO over Taliesin Tara at UFC Nashville, the Black Beast didn't just celebrate, he went full showman. He pulled off Israel Adesanya's iconic bow and arrow celebration, and then even mimicked marking his territory in Tara's corner. Adesanya saw the whole thing and loved it. On Instagram, he posted a clip praising Lewis. "Pop arrows and get petty! Shout out my twin!" Laughter. "Yo, this..." Oh, applause. "Let's go." I know there was a fence grab, and so perhaps you could rationalize it in that, and perhaps the outcome was an eventuality. I was not a fan of the stoppage despite Derek Lewis's productivity. It's a little bit different when it's heavyweights involved. You know, these guys are throwing serious leather. I think if it was a lighter weight Adesanya's real-time reaction to that Derek Lewis moment class, yeah, it would be even worse. Derek Lewis, being on top with ground and pound, you know, already landed a huge shot, certainly again. When the fight was stopped and Tasha was turned around, he looked like he was fine. Nate Landwehr also reacts to his UFC Nashville loss. Yo, Mike Perry is one of those fighters who always finds a way to keep fans entertained, whether it's inside the cage or outside of it. Recently, he went at it with former UFC heavyweight Ben Rothwell in what turned into a wild and hilarious wrestling match. Now, this wasn't some planned exhibition, it wasn't promoted, and it definitely wasn't for tickets. This happened right there in the VIP section, in front of stunned fans, and it quickly became one of those moments that people won't forget. At one point, things got so intense that Perry literally took off running, trying to escape from the much bigger Rothwell. Imagine the scene. A welterweight known for his toughness suddenly sprinting across the floor, looking like he was running for his life. It was pure comedy gold, and fans in the area couldn't stop laughing. Perry, of course, has that kind of unpredictable energy. You never know if he's going to brawl, crack a joke, or do both at the same time. People in the VIP section were shouting, "Somebody stop them!" But here's the problem. Who was going to step in between Mike Perry and Ben Rothwell? These aren't just big personalities, they're big men with years of fight experience. And nobody in that room was crazy enough or big enough to try and break it up. For a few minutes, it felt less like a VIP lounge and more like a WWE backstage brawl. As all this chaos unfolded, Nate Landwehr, who had just dealt with his own disappointment after his UFC Nashville loss, couldn't resist reacting. His words added even more to the absurdity of the scene. He shouted, "Oh my God! More drinks! We need more drinks!" Clearly, he was processing his emotions in the only way he knew how, through humor and a little alcohol. But he didn't stop there. Nate went off on a rant. I knew you were like, I was super nice. Security, security, where's the security right now? I had to kill him. I'm next, bro. Next. We need security. Please, please. The crowd was in stitches, watching Perry clash with Rothwell, while Landwehr kept up his running commentary in the background. It turned into a full-blown comedy sketch. On one side, Perry was bouncing around, trying to survive against a much bigger man. On the other side, Landwehr was half serious, half drunk, demanding security and threatening that he was going to be next in line to fight. Mike Perry kept wrestling with Rothwell, and the madness just wouldn't stop. People shouted, "Oh my God, it's not ending. He's alive. Seriously?" Music. The entire scene had the kind of chaotic energy that only MMA personalities can create. It wasn't a cage. It wasn't under the bright lights of the UFC. It was just a raw, unfiltered moment of fighters being fighters. And sometimes, those are the best memories fans get. But as crazy as that was, you know how these videos usually end. There's one rule in MMA content right now. You simply cannot wrap things up without mentioning Merab. And that's exactly where this story heads next. Merab is a unique figure in the UFC. Sure, he's known for his insane cardio, possibly some of the best in MMA history. He's earned big wins, climbed the rankings, and in 2025, he was even crowned UFC Fighter of the Year. That alone would be enough to secure his place in the spotlight. But Merab offers something more. He's not just a competitor. He's also become the king of funny videos, internet clips, and moments that fans share across social media. Where most fighters take themselves too seriously, Merab has found the perfect balance. He trains like a machine, fights like a warrior, and then entertains like a comedian. He loves joking around, whether it's trolling his past opponents, mocking future rivals, or just goofing off with his teammates in the gym. His sense of humor has made him one of the most loved personalities in the UFC today, and just recently, Merab delivered again with another hilarious clip. Fans already expect it from him. Every few weeks, some new video pops up that has everyone laughing. In this one, he once again showed why he's so good at keeping people entertained. He mixes the charm of a playful prankster with the grit of a professional fighter, and that combination is rare. The best part? Merab doesn't have to force it. Some fighters try to go viral by doing something outrageous, but with him, it's natural. Fans feel like he's genuinely having fun, and that makes it even better. He'll be in the middle of a serious training camp, and then out of nowhere, he'll drop a video poking fun at a rival's haircut or mocking the way someone celebrated a win. It's become part of his brand, and it keeps fans coming back for more. Think about it. Inside the cage, Merab is relentless. He's the kind of fighter who breaks opponents with pressure and energy. But outside the cage, he's the guy who makes people laugh, keeps things light, and reminds everyone that fighting doesn't always have to be about trash talk and hostility. It can also be about fun, laughter, and personality. So when you combine Mike Perry's chaotic VIP wrestling match with Ben Rothwell, Nate Landwehr's over-the-top commentary, and then top it all off with Merab's comedy king reputation, you've got a perfect recipe for MMA entertainment. It's messy, it's wild, and it's exactly why fans love this sport. Not just for the fights themselves, but for everything that happens around them. And at the end of the day, that's what keeps fans hooked. The fights give us the knockouts, the submissions, the titles. But the personalities, guys like Perry, Landwehr, and Merab, give us the unforgettable moments, the ones people talk about for years to come. So yeah, fight fans. That's the kind of week it's been. From VIP brawls to comedy clips, the UFC world is never boring. And as always, you know the rule. How can you end a video without Merab? Well, you just can't. Past opponents or even future rivals. And just recently, Merab dropped yet another hilarious clip, proving once again that he knows how to keep fans entertained both inside and outside of the cage. Music. Congratulations, champ. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. ESPN Fighter of the Year. Take your names. You've done everything I could imagine, and I've become a great fan of yours. How does it feel to be on Sugar Sean O'Malley's trip tonight? First of all, thank you so much for staying alive for me, and I appreciate you. What's your name? My name is Zach, Z-A-K. Thank you. Hello. What was your question? Well, that is it for today, fight fans.